There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought, it's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA, stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, April 28th. We've got a great day planned here of Major League Baseball action, of course, NBA, basketball, NHL, hockey. It's playoff time here still tonight after some great games there on Monday. We learned some things. We found out some things. We're going to find out more here tonight with our playoff coverage. So get ready. We got a good show, 15 games in the major leagues, 3 in the NBA, 3 in the NHL. So should have a good one ready to go here. Let's quickly recap the action from yesterday, and then we'll get into the show here. Let a few people stroll on in, see how we did with our plays here yesterday in the NBA on the Morning Steam Show, and cover the games here. All right. All right. Yesterday was Detroit and Orlando, and of course was Orlando picking up the win there at home. We had Orlando here, of course, on the show, plus the points. They get it done against Detroit yesterday. Detroit kind of had control there early on, but man, this Detroit team, their backs are to the wall here right now. After losing this game, the number 1 seed here is on the brink as Orlando took a 3-1 lead. Detroit could be the 7th number 1 seed eliminated in the first round since the first round format expanded to 7 games. It only was 3 or 4 years ago that was the case. So it's happened before. It's happened quite a bit. So let's see what happens here in game number 4 here. Game number 5 here. Sorry, you guys. Just got my food delivery here, so my Amazon delivery. It's going to mess things up here when I'm trying to look at the notes. We'll have to get that. Hope nothing melts. Hope there's no ice cream in there. Right. As Orlando took the series lead here, 3-1, as we know. And we had Orlando here yesterday. You better believe it. 94-89 in that one as Orlando takes the win there yesterday. Detroit scored 52 points in the first half, but only 36 in the second half. Desmond Bain had 22 points and 5 rebounds. Pistons subs were pretty good. Orlando's not so much, but it didn't matter as Orlando got the win in that one, and we had them over there yesterday, and it was Oklahoma City over Phoenix, 131-122, as Phoenix got the money. We said it would be tough, but we did say it was going to be a fast start for Oklahoma City and a fast start to the game. We said it was going to go over there yesterday with that one. We were on OKC. I wasn't sure what to do with that, and it did come down to the wire there with the spread, that's for sure. But nonetheless, Phoenix did get the cover, but Oklahoma City advances. And Oklahoma City has swept in the first round for 3 consecutive years. They have a 12-game winning streak in Game 1. Dagno becomes the 5th best coach in that category for the number of victories in the first round consecutively with 12 right now for the Thunder as they roll and they get rest. SGA 31 points, 8 assists. The Thunder led 75-67 at halftime as uh, Oklahoma City does sweep the series there and get plenty of rest, time to move on as uh, they complete the sweep there in that one. They were just having fun out there, it looked like. The Suns weren't even thinking about the rest of the series. They knew it was over. Denver over Minnesota 125-113 as Denver gets the money here in that one. They get all the money. Won by 13 or won by 12, closed 11.5. Spread did go up just a little bit, but Denver got the win and the cover there over the Timberwolves to remain alive in the series. But you look at the series odds right now, and Denver is currently the favorite at minus $1.50 or so. The Timberwolves don't have what it takes to win the next game, but that they're going to get one more big chance in that game number 6 here. And they'll be at home in that one. They're going to be an underdog, but you look at the key player right now, probably for Minnesota. We talked about Ayo Dosunmu and his great performance in game number 4. But in game number 5, he played 37 minutes, scored 17 points on 6 of 15 shooting. The problem for Dosunmu is he's not a stamina player. That's why he is in the role that he's in. So once you try to play him more minutes, it's just not enough. He was terrific for the one game when they played out of his mind, but it only wore him down even more, really. So, all right. Sounds good here, you guys. And we'll take a look here at the next one. Here in just a moment. We'll take a look at the hockey action here in just a moment. Let's see here. Jokic, 27 points, 16 assists, 12 rebounds. Wow, Denver shot 57% from the floor, and without Edwards and DiVincenzo, they're just toast. All right, let's take a look here now and take a look at the NHL games for the action on Monday night as it was. Pittsburgh Penguins salvaging one of their games here against the Philadelphia Flyers. Penguins get the win over the Flyers 3-2 in that one. So they avoid elimination. Flyers still lead the series 3-2. And right now, series odds are Philadelphia minus 320, Pittsburgh plus 250. Tomorrow's lines, Philadelphia minus 115 as they'll try to close it out against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh finally did get one there. We'll see. They're still alive, obviously, right now. At 3-2 lead, though, for Philadelphia here currently, and they'll be at home for game number 6. So we'll see how that goes. I guess the money line rollover versus the series odds are pretty much identical. If the Penguins are heavier than $1.30 favorites in game 7, then you could take the rollover there. But I'm on Philadelphia probably. We'll see what happens come game number 6. And also, how about the Vegas Golden Knights as they even up the series at 2 apiece with the overtime win over the Utah Mammoth? Vegas led early 2-0, and then Vegas led 3-2 after 2. It was tied at 4 in regulation, and Vegas got the winner there in overtime to even the series up here now at 2 games apiece. So big win for Vegas there. On the road, I can't claim any victory there in that one, that's for sure, as we had the under on the show yesterday. So, all right. Thank you, gang. We'll see what's going on here in the chat, and then we'll get rolling with the previews here. We might record a little bit of baseball in here. Bobby Mack joined us today. Nick Handy's here. Andrew K is ready to go. And Robert liked his prop night in the NBA. See who else is in here. And all right, hey everyone, look who's here. It's streamer 4680, and take a look what he yo bro. Yeah, he came across this stream, dropped a follow before heading out, and respects that hustle. He already knows a big streamer with 3 million followers who help streamers grow with real viewers, active chat, supporters who donate and sub regularly. If you're serious about taking your channel to the next level, add him on Discord. It's Kingsy2, everybody. This seems like spam if I ever seen it. Tell him Biggie sent you. Opportunities just don't come around this often. Oh man, we feel fortunate to have streamer 4680 here on the Sports Money Network, giving us the lowdown here from the Twitch stream. I'd challenge him on that. I'm going to call him out and say he's wrong. I'm going to say streamer 4680 doesn't even know what he's talking about. All right, got to have some fun with the Twitch spam. All right, some Major League Baseball action here yesterday. In the games, we did have a little bit of success in the major leagues here with the action on Monday, as St. Louis actually rallied to beat Pittsburgh 4-2, as Pittsburgh was leading there all the way, but St. Louis scored 4 runs at the top of the 9th inning to garner the win there in that one. Also, the Padres came back to beat the Cubs 9-7. Padres led early. Cubs came back to take the lead, but then it was Manny Machado, 3 hits and 3 runs scored. San Diego's won 17 out of last 21. Cubs led 5-4 after 3 innings. Padres win it 9-7. Dodgers over the Marlins. Tucker had the walk-off 2-run single. The Dodgers scored 3 runs in the 9th to beat the Marlins, who almost beat the Dodgers, but not quite. But we did have the winner here with the over yesterday on the show, as LA's bullpen had 4 scoreless innings in that one. Also, it was the Rays and the Guardians here, as the Rays did it again, man. The Rays just keep finding ways to win. We had the under here on the show yesterday in that one, as Ryan Belade had 3 hits and 2 RBIs. Cleveland led 2-0 after the 5th, but Tampa's won 5 games in a row now. And Brian Baker, 7 saves here for the Rays. Coming on, Baker. Also, it was Boston and Toronto, and Boston picks up the win 5-0. Ranger Suarez was throwing a no-hitter there for a while. He had 2 hits and 8 innings, and Boston is 2-0 with Chad Tracy as manager. Willie Abreu 2 for 4 with an RBI double as the Blue Jays fall again. There also Mariners and Twins. The Twins clubbed them. Cody Clemens, homer, drove in 5 runs in that game. Minnesota led 7-0 in the 4th inning. Guess what? Cal Raleigh had a home run. Congratulations to Cal. Take a victory lap there. White Sox over the Angels, 8-7 with a comeback. Murakami, 12 home runs. This guy's a box office attraction right here. Munetaka Murakami looking good there for the White Sox. They pick up the win. Angels led 5-1 in the 7th inning. Chicago scored 7 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning in that one. And it was the Yankees over the Rangers 4-2. We had the under here on the Morning Steam Show. All right, let's see who's here in the chat. Let's get the show started. We have no time to waste. And let's see here. AOD is here. He's getting mad all of a sudden. He might be mad at me since I went with Orlando, but he's not going to give up. Come on, don't give up the ship here, AOD. Andrew's got some action here with Tatis going today. Terrell says the Pistons are a number 1 seed, but unlike many of the top seeds, they haven't gone through with postseason yet. This is kind of uncharted territory for them. All right, we better get ready and get through the show here. We got enough people, I think, to get going. Let's get right to it in the NBA here tonight. Get ready. This is how it works. I'm going to preview the games. I'm going to probably make a pick here and there, and then you get your chance to make the picks in the chat. Everyone who does make a pick here in the chat with me is eligible for a drawing at the end of the show, where you can win more picks from me over at winnable.com/Ramon. I've already come through with a winner here just a short time ago here this morning already in Chinese Basketball Association playoffs. We just had a winner come home moments ago with the under in the Guangzhou and Guangdong game. That was the free pick. And we also had the winner in the Liaoning and Shandong game as well. I went under in both games this morning. One was a free pick, one was a paid pick. They both won. So I went 2-0 in Chinese basketball. Why not you sign up with me over at winnable.com and win with me here in the middle of the night? Why not? All right, get ready to go here. I'm just setting up, make sure we got our contest ready to go tonight. All right, here we go. Use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages over there at winnable.com. Like I said, I just came on with a couple of winners here just a few moments ago. I also got some tennis action coming up here from Madrid right now. We did see just a final a short time ago with in fact, I know for a fact that Mike had this one on his win club, and that was the match between Andreeva and Fernandez. He took Fernandez plus 4.5 minus $1.35. Mira won it by 4. So Mike got the win there. 7-6-6-3 as Andreeva got the win there over Fernandez. We've already seen finals in the men's action. Sinner rocked Nori. But I don't think he covered the, it was close. Sinner rock Nori, fees over Echeverry. In fact, that was another winner we had already here on the Win Club today. That one is my free pick on the men's side. Arthur Fees minus 3.5 or 4.5 over Echeverry. He won it by 5. So we had that winner in the Win Club as well. And it was Lechka over Musetti just a short time ago, 6-3-6-3. Right now, Tsitsipas leads Casper Ruud, playing pretty good here. Tsitsipas in this match right now, 7-6 in the first set and 1-0 here on serve here in the second set. Okay. Let's get started with the show there. I think that was it for the winners. We did have some other winners yesterday, I will mention as well. We had a pretty slow day, but we had Levante and Espanyol under 2.5 was a winner yesterday with the premium pick selection from La Liga. And we also had tennis was not so great. I'll say that for sure. I think we finished under 500 in the tennis picks on Monday. It's okay. We made up for them just now. Okay, here we go. Celtics and 76ers in this one. You've got the Celtics here favored by 12 points. And the total here, 214, maybe 11.5 now. It's pretty much all over. And the total, though, is dropping here rapidly this morning. I'm showing it down here at 213, maybe even 212.5. So I'll make it clear I'm on the under. So I'm not getting the best of it here right now. And I'll just say it right now what I'm on in this game, and we can go from there. But I am going to be taking the under in this game. I think it's all over, don't you, here for the 76ers? Hey, honorable for Embiid to come back and continue on here in the series and play this one. They didn't need to do that, really. They were going down all the way here, it feels like, right now. So this series ends tonight. Do you think Boston will cover? I think that's the question here. Also at 11.5 here. Some would say that the Celtics might struggle at home here, but they were 23-18 against the spread at home during the regular season. Philadelphia, we know, was a good road team during the regular season as well, at 24-16 against the spread, but they were 16-21 against the spread as an underdog, and Boston was 34-24 against the spread as a favorite. So I think that's kind of the trigger for me a little bit. Again, someone had asked me earlier this evening about how can you include the regular season? What are you going to use? Just the 4 games that they played so far? I guess if you did that, you'd kind of be, on the fence a little bit, because they've already split the series as far as the spread's concerned. We know Boston's up 3-1, but remember, Philadelphia won 1 game, and then in game number 3, Boston won by 8, but didn't cover 9. But the other 2 games, they won by 32 points. So if you go by, a median count, you'd think that Boston would win. In fact, they might win this one by 32 points as well, because they're just kind of fading into the sunset here right now. But still, Philadelphia 4-2 against spread in their last 6 games overall. Boston though 11-4 against the spread in their last 15 games. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Philadelphia's gone under in 9 of their last 11, and the series has gone under in 5 in a row. So I'm just going to go under here. It might be a little bit tricky with the spread here, but oh man, I don't know. I mean, is Philly going to really just go and find a way to get this cover? Boston going to kind of play with their food here in this one? Are they really going to put down? This is Philadelphia and Boston, after all. It's still a bit of a rivalry, even though the teams are, well distanced from one another talent-wise here right now. So, all right, let's go to the chat, though, and see what you guys have in this one with Philadelphia taking on Boston here tonight. But I just feel like once Boston gets out to a lead in Philadelphia, I don't know, kind of throws in the towel a little bit is what it feels like. So, all right, chat, let's see what you got. Boston's a more complete team here for sure, and they dominate this matchup historically. The 76ers trend under, like I said, when they are an underdog here. So I think everything kind of aligns to the under as well. You got kind of a situation where I would think if you got a total here of 214 and I'm looking at it to go under, I don't think we're going to see Philadelphia get over 100 points tonight. Here we go. Let's go to the chat. Hey, hello to Cash Kane here. Terrell says go under. This is going to be a boring game here. And Andrew K had a big day riding with Mikey Money there, including a Mays K count under. Also 9 legacy here, 76ers to cover, Celtics to win. Jason Tatum over at his points and assists. Jason Tatum is the number 3 choice to win the most valuable player of the NBA Finals this year. If you think about that, he's at 9-1 right now. I know that there's a great chance at SGA. He's the favorite right now, and Wemby's actually number 2, followed by Jason Tatum at 9-1. So we got the other conference. Only one of those 2 teams is going to advance, right? And who's going to come out of the Eastern Conference? Well, you could say, who is going to come out of the Eastern Conference. It's a redemption story here, and he's 9-1. Look out. All right. Let's see here. Boston's going to cover, says Trevor. And Terrell said, that's it, Terrell. We didn't really know for sure, right? That's why I was more on the total there in that game. I mean, I was heavy on that over yesterday. I felt like that was a far better option. Obviously, Phoenix was the right call. They're getting those double digits at home. Robert's going under here. LALB's on the Celtics, so that might be it from you guys. And I'm going to go ahead. The under is my official play here in this game. But, yeah. Thanks for playing, Boston. SJ might not get it because the Thunder win too easy. He doesn't stand out. He didn't get his PRA yesterday. Ended up just short because you don't need to, right? But somebody's going to win it. That's just it. So it would probably be, SGA. You'd need one of those other players, and we'll see. Without, Williams will be back here, I'm sure, soon enough. But okay, let's go to the next one here right now. It'll be the Hawks taking on the Knicks here tonight. Series tied at 2 games apiece. After the Knicks recovered a little bit there in the last game, right? And really took it to Atlanta there and won convincingly, 114-98. Just after Atlanta had won a couple of games and kind of said, hey, maybe we've got something here. The Knicks kind of put them in their place on the road. So I think it was an important win there for the Knicks to kind of establish that they still are the better team. And not only that, if you thought that Cat was maybe not performing up to snuff, up to his ability. He just had one of the best games of his career in that game. So if you got Cat finally playing good, finally playing hot here, I got a feeling tonight the Knicks are going to kind of reestablish themselves. Look, they've covered here in their 2 victories, and Atlanta's covered in their 2 victories. So the team that wins has been covering here. And we know the Knicks 28-13 against the spread at home this year. Atlanta was good on the road, 23-18 against the spread. So, it's still a pretty good roll for the Hawks, and the Hawks have done a great job, but they've lost 7 of the last 10 games to the New York Knicks. The Knicks have gone 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 games overall. Coming in, and pardon me, don't eat peanuts before the show. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. All right, so anyway, Atlanta's gone under in 4 of their last 6. 4 of the last 5 games between these 2 teams at the Garden have gone under here. The Knicks have gone under in 5 of their last 6, and 5 of the last 6 games overall between these 2 teams have gone under, and I think Atlanta's going to have problems tonight here offensively against the Knicks. I'm going to take the Knicks minus 6.5 to win and cover here against the Hawks tonight and take that 3-2 lead in the series. And Atlanta is 24-17 to the over on the road. There's a train of thought here. It feels like there's some public sentiment here for the over a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to be going that way. New York is just one of the more reliable spread teams right now in the postseason, and their defensive profile are allowing just 110 points per game combined with the edge they have, I think, at MSG is a good control spot for the Knicks here in this one. I think the total here, though, my official play is on the Knicks, but talked about those trends that are running under here. Knicks games are consistently played half court here in this one. Atlanta's shown offensive progression for sure right now, I think. Good, young, talented team for Atlanta. They're probably going to be on the rise here next year again, but I think it runs out of time here soon enough. It's not over, of course. It's only 2-2, but the Knicks are going to reestablish control here tonight, and I like them here minus 6 points against the Atlanta Hawks. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Nixon 6 says Andrew K. Brunson to go under on his points here for Robert. He also likes the Knicks. LALB likes the Knicks as well. So I think we're on the Knicks here in the chat. And the third game tonight is going to be the Trailblazers taking on the Spurs in this one. And, well, hey, thanks for playing, Portland. They did get the one game there. But, when you got the Defensive Player of the Year coming off that monster game that he just did, and we know that, hey, when Wemby missed those games, if he missed time in those games, that especially the game he went down, that was a sign for Portland to grab their game, and maybe they could have done something here. But I think the key of the series was when San Antonio came back and won that game in game number 3, 120-1 to 108 there. When it seems like the chips were down a little bit on them, out going on the road without Wemby. Portland had just pulled off the upset, and then San Antonio smashed them there, remember, in that game in the second half. And I think that's when they kind of put the stamp on this series, and then they went on to win the next game by 21 points also on the road. So bring them back home here right now, and I think San Antonio is in a blowout spot here in this one. They don't mind blowing teams out. So this kind of looks like, we've seen some teams in the past right now that kind of look like what San Antonio's doing. They've got, obviously probably OKC standing in their way. We'll see what happens with the Denver-Minnesota series, but I think this one ends it here tonight. I think we've got a big time blowout on our hands with the Spurs here in this one, and I think we got another one where you're going to have. I would almost want to say that I believe that the losing teams tonight are all going to score under 100 points. So that might be a little bit tougher in the Atlanta game, but I'd be interested. I'm going to see what I'm going to say that they do. I'm going to say every team 100 points or lower. If they score 100, that'll be fine. If score 101, but I just think you're going to see those losing teams tonight, basically the road teams, because I'm kind of riding chalk heavy here, thinking we're going to get 3 not so great games here tonight. I'm going to say the road teams are going to have the problems here tonight and finish short of 100 points in all 3 games. We had a couple of games go over last night. I know I was on the under in a couple of them. Yeah, we were on the over in OKC. But tonight, I'm going probably under City. But in this one, I'll take San Antonio to get it done here and close this out against Portland here tonight. Portland has covered 6 of their last 8 games coming in. Portland is just 1-4 straight up and against the spread in their last 5 games overall. Portland's gone under in 9 of their last 13, and 6 of the last 7 in this series have gone under. So I'm taking the San Antonio, though, here in this one. I think this is more of a number play than a trust play for me, because it just seems like Portland, just give them a little bit more seasoning. I'm sure they're going to be a great club. Avila has kind of worn down here a little bit right now, and they could use another top player for sure up there, or a healthy team, obviously, in Portland. So both teams kind of go under in this matchup trend-wise, but give me Portland here, minus 12.5 tonight. See what the chat has to say here in this one as we got. All right, Razors here. The boss is here. Everybody, everybody perk up here. Try to look alive here. The boss is here in the chat here. Bobby Mack here is minus 12 tonight with the Spurs. LALB's on the Spurs as well. And Terrell says this game is in the refrigerator. The door is closed. The lights out. The eggs are getting cold. The Jello's jiggling right now, says Terrell. All right, that's it for the NBA. Let's get over to the ice here right now. We've got 3 games tonight. We're not messing around here. So we've got some crucial matchups here on Tuesday night in the NHL. Let's roll with these matchups and see how we're going to look at them. First off, Boston Bruins are at the Buffalo Sabres right now. And, man, did the fortunes ever change for the Buffalo Sabres last game? After it looked like they might have been allowing Boston to hang around in this series, they took it to them, scored 4 goals early, and went on to crush now. And they're up 3-1, looking to close it out here tonight over the Boston Bruins. And we know how Boston has been a definite home-road dichotomy for sure here. Heavy success at home for Boston, but they haven't been so good on the road. Buffalo, meanwhile, basically since they've been on this multi-month tear, it doesn't matter. Home, away, it doesn't matter. Boston looks so bad. Swayman looked bad vibes all around right now. Buffalo's going to be going crazy here tonight to win a playoff series. I think that kind of momentum is going to be tough to overcome here in this one. I'm actually going to take Buffalo here on the puck line to rout Boston here tonight. I'm going to look at this one. It could get, Boston could be in a situation where they give up multiple empty netters if they're behind by too much here. And I'm going to take Buffalo in a blowout tonight over Boston at home. Get a little bit of plus money here, I believe, on that. Take Buffalo here minus 1.5 at plus 150 in this one. I'll take them on that. Look, $1.75, not awful for this series. Like I said, Boston just bad on the road all season long, pretty much, as far as, they had enough modest success, but see what the chat has to say maybe in this one. And anybody want to give Boston here a chance in this one tonight? I think the only thing you can look at here, if you wanted to take Boston, offensively, maybe the teams are a little bit Buffalo does rate a little bit better with offensive efficiency, but when it comes to the defensive, the expectation of Boston here tonight, I've got them just barely over 2.2 goals here in this one. So that's where I think the margin comes in here, especially on a deciding game where you could easily get the empty net situation here tonight. If Buffalo controls the pace, I mean, this is going to be probably 4-1 or 4-2 here tonight. I hope it doesn't get to 4-2 because I kind of like the. Well, I'll talk about it later. Just give me Buffalo here on this one on the puck line tonight. See what the Chuck line has the chat line here. All right, it's going to be. Let's see here, you guys. I might have left a little bit early there in the basketball game. You guys were still coming in with some picks here. LALB's on the Sabres here in this one. Nick Handy's in the chat today. Hello to Nick. Razor going first period under in this one. As probably see here, Buffalo. Look how these starts have been, man. Really holding it down. Robert here, Sabres over 3.5 on the team total here in this one. I know we're probably a little Buffalo heavy here because I've been supporting them here most of the season. And hey, I'm riding that futures bet. We're not ready to cash out just yet. Of course not. Gonna need at least one more series, probably two more series here to get close right now. But I'm going to take the Sabres to rock here tonight and end this series against Boston and move on in this magical season. All right, next up, no teams going home here yet in this one. Minnesota and Dallas are tied, 2 games apiece coming into this one. So this one's a little bit dicier here. Ottinger in goal here, minus $1.30, 5.5 over 20 here in this one. Of course, Minnesota got the win last time out. Minnesota got the first one, then Dallas got the next 2, then Dallas won 3-2 in game number 4. The last 2 games both went overtime here in this series right now. So overs come in 3 out of the 4 games so far as well in the series here. Dallas has won 4 of their last 5 at home, 7 of their last 9 overall. Minnesota's just 1-4 straight up, and straight up here in Dallas. They're also just 1-4 in their last 5 games on the road. Dallas has won 12 of the last 18 meetings between these 2 teams, but man, I don't think I can make up any trends or alter what I'm thinking here in this game. But I like Minnesota to pull up an upset. I don't know if I can find enough trends to support them here in this game because I think mostly it points to Dallas. But I want to take Minnesota here as a slight dog in this one. It might be a little bit of maybe a little more art than science in this one, because I think things still kind of point to Dallas here right now, especially given the fact that how good they can be at home here. But I'm going to grab Minnesota in this one. I'm going to go a little bit contrarian. I feel like, let's see what you guys say in the chat here. But yeah, give me the Wild here in this one. I think Dallas has great consistency here, elite defensive profile. I can't argue any of that. But do like what I've seen. Minnesota is solid. This might be a little bit of a step up in class, especially on the road here right now. But both teams are structured defensively, a combined 5.7 goals against. All you got to do is pull this one off, 3-2 here. I think, like I said, I don't have enough trends here to kind of support this. I'm just taking Minnesota. I'm going for an upset in this one. All right. Let's see. Nothing from the chat, though. I know this is a tough game for sure. Okay, nothing from the chat here. If you want to chime in, let me know, but I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm taking the Minnesota Wild here, and Nick is doing it. He said his heart's with the Wild. He's going to bet this game live tonight. So I'm taking the Wild here. All right. Hey, it's been fun. Nobody said it's been, championship hockey here right now, but you do have the Ducks taking on the Oilers here. Oilers, $1.70 or so here right now. That's a pretty stiff line for a team that's down 3 games to 1. But you do have one of, basically a clutch a clutch coach and a clutch team once they get to this point. This is where Edmonton really can kind of stand out. Now, I don't know if they can do it here. Um, but I have to acknowledge that, you got Knobloch here, game 5 or later since he's been coach of Edmonton, 11-4, uh, right now. So that is saying something, but $1.70, I just can't do it. I mean, this is going to be a price play for me. Now, maybe the Ducks can come back here. They'd have to win this one, obviously, and then they have to win one on the road and then come back and do it again. That's going to be tough, especially here in hockey, to win 3 in a row. In fact, the price to me just does not make any sense. Anaheim's been so tough. Every game seems like it's 4-3 right now. So I got to take Anaheim this one. Now the puck line is way too high, so I'm just going to take Anaheim here on the money line to win this game and close it out. The Oilers here look like they're going to go to Tristan Yari in the goal, and Luke Dostal here is just fine, man. I'm going to take Anaheim here in this one against Edmonton here tonight. Basically, just a price play for me right now in this one. Let's see what you guys have in the chat, but not going to get me off of it. Anaheim's won 6 of the last 9 meetings between the two teams. Edmonton's dropped 5 of their last 7 overall. Anaheim's obviously 3-1 lead. They've won 4 of 5 overall coming in as well. 11 of the last 15 meetings between the two teams have gone over. We know this is a kind of a wild series, of course. You look at these scores so far, 4-3, 6-4, 7-4, and 4-3. Every game has had at least 7 goals. I will say this. If I was going to maybe take an under in the series, I think this would probably be the only game that I would do it. I'm not saying I'm even going to do it. I still could end up on the over here in this one, just kind of waiting to look at maybe chart the line movement a little bit, because I'm taking Anaheim as the official play. But I would say that if it will definitely help the Ducks here tonight if they can keep the Oilers from scoring more than 3 goals, because I guess there's a chance that this one goes to 7 goals. And look, we saw a goal earlier tonight, or with the Philadelphia-Pittsburgh game, a fluky goal there. And then one happened in this game too, in this series back 2 nights ago, when the puck went across the line and the goalie, and the defender couldn't get it out from underneath there. So been fluky goals in this series, but hey, they all count the same. I'm going with the Ducks here tonight over the Edmonton Oilers. Okay, here we go. Okay, Irish King's got the double Minnesota parlay. Irish King, I think you've just missed a great opportunity. I'm not saying you're not a great contributor with but when you've got the double Minnesota parlay, it's got to be a Twin Cities parlay. A Twin City, it's Minnesota. It's a twin parlay. It's a Twin Cities parlay, not a double Minnesota, okay? LAOB's on the under. Razor's got another under here in the first. I better do a good show, man. Razor's here, and you guys have seen the big news with the Razor Sharp Picks Network and Sports Money. I got to try to make sure I keep my role here. Oh, still for the Stars game there. Okay. I thought we covered it. Okay. Hello to Cleveland Pops in there. All right, he's taking the Wild also. Yes, Cleveland Pops in here. I was watching the show over there yesterday with the guys. I saw Cleveland Pops dropping my name in there. He said, Ramon's going to be with the Razor Sharp Picks Network now, the combined network. He said, Cleveland Pops said, we got Ramon on the team. That was great, Cleveland Pops. Thank you. And also here, Irish King says a triple New York parlay in there. Knicks first quarter, Yankees money line, Mets money line part of it. Art Thompson's here today, and LALB is going with me on the Ducks. Nick says Oilers score first, then you grab the Ducks live. Art Thompson going Ducks here. A lot of Ducks, man. I thought I was gonna be like, hey, look at me, I'm taking the Ducks. But and again, I look. Knobloch, the Oilers, this is when they start to get tough, even if they kind of look like they lack toughness. But it's the price. I mean, how can you trust the Oilers as $1.70 favorite? If it was what the line should be, and maybe that's probably about a buck, I don't know, 25 or 30, and maybe it would be. Maybe the Oilers would be the play, but I don't think they're the play at $1.70. Hey, sometimes in betting, right? Look, if we just knew who was going to win, it just wouldn't matter what the price was, right? But we know we can't lay $2 prices when a team is, supposed to be $1.25. That's a recipe for disaster. Irish King says Ducks money line, both teams to score. Robert's going first period there, money line. Thank you again to Cleveland Pops in there. Nine Legacy says Trailblazers to cover, Knickerbockers to cover, and Edmonton on the puck line. He's got Edmonton in a blowout here over Anaheim. There's a case you could say Anaheim. That was a huge win. They were to win 3 in a row now. They've scored 17 goals in the 3 games. Have the Anaheim Ducks here allowed just 11. Boy, is that it for the playoff sports already? All right, we're going to have to go to the major leagues. Thank you, guys. All right. Okay, here we go. Just checking here. Making sure we don't miss anything here on the injury front. Let's get over to the major leagues right now. Okay, 15 games to look at. There's only one interleague game today. We're in National League and American League. It's like the good old days here, except there's a DH in every league. But there's a DH. There's shift, no shift. Okay, here we go. Let's get it started here right now with Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Cleveland Guardians. Nick Martinez goes in this one for the Rays, and Tanner Bybee goes for Cleveland here in this one. Martinez has looked pretty good here so far this season. He's had his detractors here for sure since coming back to the major leagues, and he really hasn't been overwhelming, but he's had moments, I guess. I've been following him here because he was with the Padres there for a couple years ago, but Tampa Bay is really looking sharp again here right now. They were able to knock off Cleveland again yesterday. Martinez does have just a 2.1 ERA so far, and Bybee 4.45 ERA and 0-3 record so far. Hasn't found a win yet. We're almost through April for Tanner Bybee. So for some reason, Cleveland is a $1.40 favorite here in this one. And I know Cleveland here, they're doing a pretty good job anyway. Not awful so far, 15-15, but Tampa Bay, remember, they're 17-11 right now, 9-7 on the road, 7-5 as a dog. Cleveland, 8-6 here as a favorite, but I don't know about this price. I mean, this looks a little too high. In fact, it's probably gone down here a little bit to $1.35 or so right now, most everywhere. And it seems to make sense to me because I don't think Cleveland, especially saw like yesterday, they had the 2-0 lead. They couldn't hold on. They weren't going to hold on. They were never going to hold on in that game. So I'm on the Rays here in this one to give me Tampa Bay on the road plus $1.20 or so, $1.15 maybe. Looks to me like the Sharps are on Cleveland, but they're not doing too good this year. Give me the Rays here in this one, man. The Rays continue to impress. All right, let's see here. Mullins for a stolen base today, says Andrew. And he likes the Rays. Cleveland's been struggling to score. Cleveland Pops gets a pass. He can call them the Tribe. It's not an error. It's not a mistake. It's harken back to history, and can't believe that here we are. With our new, why are the Guardians not the Indians anymore? You'd think we could roll it back now. We're less PC. We can just change it back, can't we? Andrew K is on the Rays. Mark is on the Rays. And LALB likes the Guardians here, or the Guards. And Cleveland Pops knows that, the Guardians are, I've never seen it, but they describe the Cleveland, what do they call, like the traffic guards? There's like some symbolic things or something. And that's kind of a honor or a tribute to those. What is that all about? Bring back the Indians. Bring back Chief Wahoo. Come on. All right. Let's keep it moving right here now on the morning steam. It's going to be the Astros are taking on the Orioles here in this one. For the Astros, you got here Kai Wei Tang in this one. 2.16 ERA, 0.9 whip, 16 strikeouts so far. Trying to fix this rotation right now here for the Houston Astros. And, hey, I think they can get it back together here soon enough. It's been a real bad start to the season for sure, especially the starting pitching has been pretty much a disaster here for Houston. But, hey, they got the win there last night. Houston was able to knock off, or in their last game, knock off the Yankees a couple of nights ago. Still, Houston just 3-10 on the road. Baltimore is 10-8 as a favorite. So for Houston here, they're going to have a rotation right now of Mike Burrows, Spencer Arrighetti, and then you're going to have Kai Wei Tang in here, and probably Peter Lambert, who looked pretty good last time, and maybe Lance McCullers Jr. can hang on to a spot here. They're going to have to go, that deep here right now. So for the Orioles here, and Shane Baz, not great numbers for Baz here either. Baz 5.08 ERA and an 0-2 record. Tang has an ERA of 2.16. He's actually looked quite good here over a couple of starts anyway. So, the Astros are, not having a great start, but the Orioles aren't anything special either. They're only 13-15. Astros trying to fix this 11-18 record right now. They've won a few here to beat Cleveland. It seems like they lose the first two games and then win the last one, but Orioles aren't anything special here, and I don't know about $1.40 necessarily. Let's see what you guys think in this one. With Houston taking on Baltimore here on Tuesday night. Houston's lost 15 of their last 20, but they have beaten Baltimore in 10 of the last 15 meetings. Baltimore's lost 8 of their last 12 games coming in. Houston's gone over in 8 of their last 9, and Baltimore's gone over in 7 of straight games. And the series has gone over in 5 of their last 6. So, look, the Sharps are kind of going under here, but I'm probably going to find a way to get on this over. But I'm going to take Houston here as a dog in this one against the Orioles today. I'm going to try Houston here. The trends don't really – I don't know if the trends necessarily support it, but, again, I don't want to take Baltimore here as a minus 140 favorite. I think this is more just a price play for me overall in this one. And I'm going to try here the dog with the Astros here. Houston, look, they are pretty bad here on the road. I'll give that to you. 3-10, I think, on the road right now, and the bullpen's been brutal. 6.3 ERA and a 1.7 whip, but Baz is shaky, so I'm going to try Houston here. Look, they're 21-8 to the over, and Baltimore's 18-10 to the over. So when both teams bring it to probably get an over. I think that does help a dog a little bit. Could be some volatility here. Yes, Houston's bullpen is probably the worst in the league statistically right now, but I'm going to go with them here at plus money. All right, here we go with some more picks from the chat. And we've got here maybe over for Mark. Westup is here. He's got a Westup parlay tonight. Ducks, Angels, Dodgers. Thank you to Westup. Good to see you in the chat. Have a great day at work. No, Lambert will not be in a Mark. I was saying, and Mark, Mark knows his Lamberts. I was saying that he's in the rotation right now. The rotation of the whole, the 5-man. Tang, he's a starter here. I mean, he should try to run as far as he can. He's not a short-term, 2-inning guy or anything here. Mark says Dodgers in a parlay is the worst bet in sports. Nine Legacy here. Astros on the money line. I think that's it. Hey, Nine Legacy's with me in this one. Great. Yeah, I'm going to try a little upset here in this one with Houston. Okay, here comes the Rockies now into town to take on Cincinnati, riding that 3-game winning streak where they dominated the Mets and held them to 4 runs in 3 games. What a wild series. You think about it for Colorado. They're 13-16 right now. Pretty nice job here for Colorado. Now you have Kyle Freeland here, 2.3 ERA, 1-1 record. Look, Chase Burns, 2.57 ERA, 2-1 record. He's awesome. We know this guy's going to be great. 1.07 whip here, but come on. Cincinnati is a $2. Look, they've been incredible so far. Cincinnati's been really stellar here with their 18-10 record. And yes, Colorado, 13-16, 6-10 on the road. Not great, but no, thank you. Come on, $2 here. Freeland can do the job. And don't forget, you have Colorado here. They've been an underdog in every game this season. They're 19-10 on the run line here so far. Now, the Reds are 4-2 as a run line favorite, but that's just 6 games. Colorado's been an underdog in every game. They're 19-10, nearly winning 2/3 of their games on the run line anyway. So I got to take the run line here with Colorado. They're minus here. They're minus $1.25 or so on the run line, but I'm doing it. I mean, they're not. I don't got them by 2 runs here. Not right now. That's the pick. Let me go to the chat a little bit here, and I'll cover a few numbers here anyway, but I think I'm done with that's what I want. Colorado's won 4 of their last 5. Now, they have lost 14 of the last 16 games overall to the Cincinnati Reds. Reds have won 7 of 9. 5 straight in this series have gone under. Colorado's gone under in 5 of their last 6, but Reds have gone over in 9 of their last 11 games at home here. I'm just going to take Colorado on this run line for sure here. Give me Colorado. Let's see what the chat says here. Rockies as a big dog, says Cleveland Pops. LALV says Dodgers are a good bet in parlays or SGP's. Been cashing it. That's all he can say. All right. Hey, give me the Rockies here in this one on the run line. All right. Hopefully we get some chat all-stars here, but let's keep it moving here right now with the Giants on the road, taking on the Phillies here in this one. Got Male going here for the Giants, Luzardo for the Phils in this one. For Tyler Male here, he's got 5.26 ERA coming in this one and a 1-3 record, but Jesus Luzardo, a 6.9 ERA and a 1-3 record. So these two pitchers have struggled here big time so far this season. Phillies here did finally end that losing streak, but then came right back with another loss against Atlanta, lost that series, but they finally snapped that long losing streak. San Francisco, meanwhile, did capture its last 2 games against Miami at home and put up 12 runs on them here. And Philadelphia is going to be at home here, but here we are again, another $1.65 situation. The Phillies aren't doing anything. We know they're 9-19 here right now and are struggling. Giants got a couple of wins. Look, I'm big on the National League West here. I'm not saying that this Giants team is better than this Phillies team. I mean, the record-wise, they are here right now, but I don't mind probably getting involved here. This line feels like it's too big right now. Is this the game? Is this just the game the Phillies are ready to turn it around here? Luzardo and his 6.5 or his 7 ERA is going to have his best game here right now. I'm not sure that I'm seeing it that way here. So let's see what you guys got in this one. San Francisco has won 4 of the last 6 games between the two teams. Overall, San Francisco's won 7 of their last 10 too. I mean, for a team that was struggling, all of a sudden, hey, they've got a few wins here right now. These two teams already played a series in San Francisco back in early April. San Francisco won 2 of them, holding the Phillies in the series to just 6 runs. It was a 6-4 victory for Philly in the opener, and then San Francisco came back with wins 6-5, 6-0, and 5-0. So still, Philadelphia's lost 11 of their last 12, 5 straight at home. Coming into this one. So I'm going to look to get involved with the Giants here in this one. And I'll just take them on the money line. The run line is minus $1.50. Probably a little bit safer situation. That's not terrible. But hey, we're on the show here. I'm taking the Giants tonight to beat the Phillies. Like I said, I mean, I'm sure eventually the Phillies will eventually kind of come back and earn their rightful spot. But for this team right now, struggling. I mean, you hope they can turn it around. I hope it's not a disastrous season here for the Phils, but just the fact the Giants have been so bad and Luzardo's numbers are bad. Molly's not clean. I know that. But San Francisco has the better form and a strong bullpen edge here, I believe, in this game. So Luzardo's games are 4-1 to the over so far, and Molly's got that big ERA. This one's going to be kind of a crapshoot too. Maybe that does help the Giants a little bit. Giants also have some BVP success against Molly, especially Schwarber. He's got some big numbers here. I think you want to yes, I do like the Giants, but you also got to look to Schwarber here a little bit today, I believe, against Molly as well. So both teams really. The Giants have a couple of guys against Luzardo and Schwarber's history against Molly. So going to see some runs here in this game. That total looks way low here, but give me the Giants in this one on the road in a wild one, I think, today. Okay, here we go. Reds on the run line for Trevor. And Mark says, you got to track. He's talking about the Dodgers again. LALV here over. Parlays always lose money, says Mark. And Robert says, Phillies first 5 on the run line. And then Molly. Yeah, Molly is definitely a righty in there, Mark. Yeah, Molly's a righty. And Luzardo's a lefty, of course. Okay, let's keep it moving here right now and go to the next one. Okay, here's the Cardinals, and they're taking on the Pirates. And let's see what's going on. I've been trying to figure this one out here all night. Ashcraft, I believe, was on the bereavement list, but I believe he's scheduled to return here for this game today. And at first, I thought it was going to be Bubba Chandler in here. Ashcraft had been placed on the bereavement list here 2 days ago, but apparently he is going to be back here in this one right now. So let me see what the story is here. I don't know if we're still, kind of in a holding pattern here with this one, because, like I said, I think they were scheduling Bubba Chandler, but maybe what's happened here is Ashcraft has been able to come back maybe a day early and will maybe take his rightful spot here. Plus, these two teams did have the Monday game, so the Pirates were in a bullpen game yesterday. Remember, they were throwing a no-hitter with like 4 different pitchers when the finally Cardinals got a hit here. So there is some confusion even on my part here right now, but I do expect Ashcraft, I think, to be back and to pitch here in this one today. So if you guys know, let me know. I think it was Terrell earlier that told me about Ashcraft returning from the bereavement list. So, and then I was looking on one bulletin board where people post their comments, and I guess someone didn't really know what that was. And they said, well, Ashcraft is going to be back from the bereavement list. And then someone in the chat said, congratulations. I think thought he was on the paternity list. Okay, let's talk about it here, though, with the Cardinals on the road here. Cardinals, I mean, they're starting to heat up here. I mean, well, they were until that losing streak, but they won the last game, and they are over 500 here right now. And Pittsburgh's lost 2 in a row. They're still good record here for the Pirates as well, considering their expectations at 16-13. So Cardinals are 15-13 right now, and I'm not sure Ashcraft is all that here at this point. It feels like St. Louis is starting to make their comeback here a little bit right now. Yeah, that was a rough series against Seattle, no doubt about it. They had no answer for the Mariners here, but Pittsburgh did win that series against Milwaukee, and then lost to Milwaukee, and then lost yesterday in this matchup 4-2 when the Cardinals scored 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning and kind of stunned them here. So I think there's a little bit of momentum coming in here maybe for the Cardinals in this game. St. Louis has won 7 of their last 9 on the road. Cardinals have gone under in 6 of their last 7 also. St. Louis and Pittsburgh have gone under in 8 of the last 10 meetings. Pittsburgh's gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming into this one. So there's a lot of under trends here for sure in this one. Man, both teams' recent matchup profile points to a low-scoring game here. I don't know. For me, I'm not too interested in the Pirates laying this big of a number here. If it is Ashcraft, like I said, if it's Bubba Chandler, I don't know which guy to actually prefer. That might be kind of like the same thing here. So I'm going to end up here. I'm going to take the dog in this one with St. Louis. Plus, I'm taking some dogs here today. That's for sure. Give me St. Louis here plus $1.30. I'm on some of these short dogs today, I think, in these series. Let's see what the chat's doing here. It's going to be Pirates cost a lot nowadays, right, Mark? I mean, some of these favorites, it doesn't feel right on some of these numbers. Okay, LALB talking about the Dodgers and their great record here, 23-6. Oh, that's his record. Okay, yeah, Dodger. Oh man, these Dodgers are crazy. All right, let's keep it moving here right now on the Morning Steam Show, and we got an interesting one here. You got Peyton Toll here for the Red Sox. Man, everyone's talking about this guy and how he looked last game. And hey, he's a fiery guy out there. You gotta like what you see from Peyton Toll here. Now he's going up here against the Blue Jays, and Blue Jays have Yesevich coming in for his first start of the season. Need a little bit of rehab there, a little extra spring training to get going. Mostly because I don't know if it's you're kind of nursing your way back to form, back to health, but he was getting used there pretty heavily in the postseason, so that may have been what led to his late start here for the season. Boston's won 3 in a row here right now, so they're starting to pick it up. 2 under their new manager here after firing the manager. They basically have 3 wins in a row. Toronto here has won 2 of their last 3. They're 12-16 overall. Yesevich is a pretty good pitcher last year. Peyton Toll had a good first start to the season. They struck out 11 in that game, so Peyton Toll looks pretty good here. I just don't know if this is the right game right now for him, because Boston, yeah, they've won 3 in a row here, but Toronto kind of needing to find some signature wins here right now. Let's see what you guys have in this one, but I think I got to try Toronto here in this game. Let's see what you guys have. It's going to be go to the chat here right now. Man, nothing. Everybody wants to argue about why it's bad to bet parlays. Okay, well, I'll just cover a little bit more here, see if anybody wants to get involved in this one. For Boston here, they've won 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams. Boston and Toronto have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games overall. Boston's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games on the road here in this one. I think, look, Boston has the overall kind of series advantage here between the two, but Toronto gets the better overall setup if Jesevich looks even close to what he was doing last year in the postseason. He may need to be on a short leash a little bit, but if the Jays offense can get into that Boston pen, which hasn't been really that great, I gotta think Toronto can get this win here, and I'm going to take him tonight against Boston. Good little recovery here for Boston right now, but you're going here into Toronto. Matchup trend is 4 of the last 5 have gone under between these two, and 4 of the last 5 in Toronto have gone under. Peyton's first start was excellent, but I'm going to go with Toronto in this one. Okay, like the Cleveland Pop says, likes the Red Sox until they lose right now. Robert's on the Red Sox as well. And Mark says Red Sox money line's one of his favorite plays of the day. So everyone's on the Red Sox but me, and LALB, though, is with me. Me and LALB are going to ride here a little bit with Toronto in this one, okay? All right, let's keep it moving here. Morning Steam Show. Nationals on the road taking on the Mets. Oh, Nelly. For the Mets, look, you got Clay Holmes in here. And I think I was calling him Grant Holmes, the Braves pitcher, on a show earlier. But I know who I'm talking about. Clay Holmes, 2.1 ERA, 2.2 record. Zach Littell, 7.5 ERA and an 0-3 record. So, look, nobody wants to take the Mets. Well, maybe they do. I mean, you got to take something here. And look, this might not be any confidence or anything for the Mets here. Nobody wants to have to even take them on the money line, it seems like. But I do think this is a pretty strong advantage in the starting pitching department. Yes, the Mets have pretty straight. Yes, Washington has won 2 games in a row here by beating the White Sox, but the Mets had that disastrous weekend against Colorado. Maybe Zach Littell can even come in here and shut these Mets down, right? Look, the Rockies' starting pitching in general was really good in that game. I don't think they were Zach Littell bad, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to take the Mets here on the run line. That seems crazy, right? Seems crazy the Mets can't even score a run. So probably not the best of ideas, but this game's a little bit goofy. And I am going to take the Mets here on the run line in this one over the Washington Nationals here. Just this one, just once. Mets have lost 15 of their last 17. Again, it's another one where I'm not saying it's some of the underdogs I'm taking, although it is kind of an underdog when you think about it. Mets is a run line favorite here. I don't want to tell you the trends because you never believe me and never want to take them here, but the Mets are 5-15 as a run line favorite. Washington is 16-12 as a run line dog. So not a lot of positive news that I can give you here trying to take the Mets here in this one, but I'm going to do it today. Washington has a bullpen ERA of 5.27, so the New York Mets should have enough chances here to find their way to a multi-run victory over Washington. But Washington is still 13-6 overall. They are 10-6 on the road. Mets, 9-19, 5-10 at home. Can't tell you anything real positive about the Mets, but I'm taking them here tonight on the run line, and I'm hiding my head. Okay, Mark Lambert says best play of the day is the Braves on the first 5. Robert's on the under here. Cleveland Pop says Nats, my Mets, over 90 is shot already. Is a season-long win total. When you get a losing streak like that, it's going to cost you. They'd have to go off the charts, and nothing's indicating that they're going to do that, right? Mark says somebody's on tilting here. It might be me at this point. All right, so give me here the Mets on the run line. All right, Tigers here. Hey, here's our one. interleague game of the day with the Tigers here on the road. Casey Mize, 2.51 ERA. Martin Perez, 2.7 ERA. Good starting pitching stats here for these two. Mize is 2-1. Detroit's lost 2 of 3. Atlanta here did pick up a win. They had their winning streak snap, but they came back with a win right after that as they were able to take the series from Philadelphia despite losing the game there on Saturday night. Atlanta's 20-9 still here right now, kind of rocking at this point. Tigers 15-14, but just 5-12 on the road. They've actually won a couple of road games to kind of salvage what they're doing here right now. So Atlanta is 5-8 to the under at home. Detroit does trend a little bit to the over on the road, but I think I'm going to probably end up here looking at the total here in this one. Let's see what we got from you guys here with Detroit and Atlanta. Atlanta has won over Detroit in 5 straight games at home against them, 8 straight overall for Atlanta against Detroit. Atlanta and Detroit have gone over in 8 of their last 12 overall. Detroit's gone over in 7 of their last 8 and 5 straight games on the road. So maybe, just maybe, we could see some runs here, but maybe with this starting pitching, we might not. I think these two starters are at least going to carry their own in the first 5, and I'm going to go with the under here in this one for the full game with the Tigers and the Braves. These teams can score, but Braves especially here can score some runs here. But I think for me in this one, I'm going to end up here taking the under here. Chad Patrick has been pretty. Not Chad. Let me get my right notes here. Whoops. My computer is resetting right here as we speak. Okay, Atlanta here is 10-2 in their last 12 against this team. As I mentioned, Mize has good surface numbers, but he does not have a great matchup against some of these Atlanta hitters here in the batter versus pitcher categories. Atlanta also has the better bullpen right now and the much stronger run differential. Run differential here. So with Atlanta, like I said, a little more under here at home. I'm just going to take the under, especially at 9/20 in this one. Give me the under here before I fall asleep. Okay, let's see here. Andrew, those on the over. Andrew K's on the Mets. And LALB is going under here, and Robert's on the under here as well, and I think I am too. Give me the under. We got some under action in the chat. I'll take it under. Next up, we got the Diamondbacks on the road here, taking on the Brewers. Merrill Kelly goes in this one for the D-backs, going up here against Chad Patrick. Patrick, 2.43 ERA coming in, 1-1 record. Merrill Kelly, a 9.31 ERA. Milwaukee did snap their losing streak with a win, 5-0 over Pittsburgh last time out for Arizona here. They did salvage the second game of the Mexico City trip with a 12-7 win over the Padres. But Merrill Kelly, these numbers right now, I mean, there's no salvaging these. 9.31 ERA so far for Merrill Kelly and a 2.28 whip coming in. Chad Patrick's been just fine, and Milwaukee comes in here 8-6 as a favorite this season. Now, I will say that Arizona here is 12-4 as a run line underdog, but you got to lay $2 here to take them in that one. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Brewers here against Arizona in this one with Chad Patrick going. He's been much steadier than Merrill Kelly, that's for sure. And the Brewers' recent form is poor, but I think not only does Merrill Kelly have a 9.31 ERA and a 2.2 whip, but also just a 14% has a 14% walk rate, so he's having troubles all over here right now. Arizona's offense does travel here, but I think I'm going to take the Brewers in this one. Patrick has a low ERA, does have a low strikeout rate, so there is a contact risk here, but both bullpens are kind of mid to weak. I'm going to take the Brewers here in this one to win. See what the chat says here. Let's see here. All right, these guys are Robert here on the Brewers. Robert here wants the under. And LAOB is going with Milwaukee in this one. And there's 8 billion people in the world, and then one person pisses you off. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay. Unless let's see here. All right, I'm trying to square off the chat here. I don't want to have to kick anybody out today, so let's just try to be cool in there. All right, I'm going to take the Brewers here in this one. I'm getting on tilt a little bit. Okay, let's go with the Angels here in the wild. Oh, boy, look at this. Here is Jose Soriano, the greatest pitcher this year. Yeah, you know what? Ohtani's pretty good, but who has the better ERA between Soriano and Ohtani? It's Soriano. 0.23 ERA, 5-0 record. Soriano, been around. I mean, but this season just off the charts. You wonder if it's for real or if you wonder if it's, enhanced here a little bit. 43 strikeouts for Soriano, like he just became Pedro Martinez or something. For the White Sox here, they've lost 2 of 3 coming into this one, but hey, they did pick up that win over the Angels last night. Impressive fashion to get those runs. 8-7 got the win. Angels here, losers of 4 straight. Davis Martin goes here for the White Sox. He's pretty good too, as good as Soriano's been. Martin has a 2.0 ERA and a 3-1 record coming in. Man, Martin looks the part. We see constantly, time and time again, the White Sox are able to develop some young pitchers, but whatever becomes of it really in the end here, right? So let's see what you have in this one with the White Sox and the Angels. As good as Soriano has been, I don't know about $1.35. This one feels like it should be much more even because the Angels just aren't winning here either. They're 12-18. The Angels are 3-1 as a favorite, but they've lost 8 of their last 10 coming in here. These two teams are 35-24 to the over here so far this season, but I'm just going to take the White Sox here in this one. Look, I think Soriano's an interesting story, but I'd be curious to see if he can keep this type of – obviously, he's not going to keep this type of number up. But, I mean, even to finish with anything, I don't know, under a 3 ERA or something, that'd be pretty impressive. Here's Angels for Robert. LALB's on the Angels as well. So they're on the Angels, but I'm going to take the White Sox here for me in this one. The Mariners are on the road at the Twins. You got Logan Gilbert and Joe Ryan here, 2 good pitchers. Numbers aren't really there yet. I think they'll probably improve on these stats here. Logan Gilbert, 4.36 ERA, 1-3 record. Joe Ryan, 3.89 ERA and a 2-2 record coming into this one. So let's see what you're doing here with these guys. Mariners finally kind of got off to a pretty good winning streak there and able to take it down before losing the last game. They did lose their last game here yesterday to Minnesota, 11-4. I mentioned it was kind of a blowout there with Clemens hitting the big home run here right now. So I don't know. I think I probably trust the governor, Joe Ryan. Seattle is 4-9 on the road this season. Minnesota is 8-6 at home. They have lost 8 of 10, so not a lot of confidence here. But I just expect Gilbert and Ryan to uh, kind of be more on their game. We're seeing these offenses. Hey, you know what? I said Cal Raleigh finally hit a home run, but look how bad he's been here. These guys, these starters should be much better in a matchup like this. I think it's probably, under first five type of situation. Maybe they even, they go a little bit further than that, and then the bullpens maybe still have a little bit of ability to hold them down here. Seattle's lost 9 of their last 12 on the road. Minnesota's lost 5 of their last 6. So we're not seeing a lot of, overall production, it seems like. Still, 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Minnesota's gone over in 11 of their last 16. I don't know if I'm seeing this one over here in this one. I'm going to take the Minnesota Twins here as an underdog here. I'm taking another dog here. Just a lot of short dogs for me today. Let's go to the chat here in this one and see what you have between Seattle and Minnesota. Seattle's 4-1 in their last 5. Minnesota's 1-5 in their last 6. Gilbert and Ryan are kind of closely rated, I would think, but Seattle has the better bullpen and slightly better form here, I think, for Seattle. But I'm not going to let that faze me here. Like I said, the teams do trend over here, but I expect Gilbert and Ryan to have a good start, and I think in the end, that's going to favor taking a home dog here at plus 105, 110 or so. And we got to go right now. We've got breaking news right now. All right, we just talked about it here moments ago. We talked about the Philadelphia Phillies, but just in here, just moments ago, Thompson has been fired right now from the Phillies here. So just in right now, within the last couple of minutes here, the Phillies have fired Rob Thompson here as its manager. Man, another firing here in the major leagues this weekend as Rob Thompson gets the axe here from the Phillies here, and Don Mattingly is going to take over as the interim manager right now. Can't say we're surprised here because of this situation with that terrible losing streak that the Phillies had in this one, and I'm not saying that I don't know if I saw it coming right away, but I figure you got to have a little bit of a longer leash right now. But Rob Thompson going to be fired here in this one. Alex Cora just got fired, and now Rob Thompson getting replaced here. Don Mattingly takes over. Someone with some experience, has managerial experience here. He's just the interim here right now, but it is going to be Don Mattingly taking over as the interim coach as Rob Thompson fired here this morning for the Phillies. Okay, get your reactions ready, but we're still working on our picks and all. But see if we got anything here. All right. Anyway, let me get back. We're looking. Make sure I bring the right graphic back up. Mariners and Twins. Was there anything else in the chat? Got Nerfy for LALB. Robert says Twins. First half on the money line there. And LAOB says, will the Phillies start winning games? All right. And, could Mendoza be next here, right? Okay, here we go. Next up, let's get to the next one here. Yankees on the road taking on the Rangers. Wow. I mean, this game, if this game's not 2-0, it's going to be 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-1 or 3-2. Look, a couple games in the Globe Life Stadium's gone over this week, but every game goes under here. And now you've got Schlittler coming in here. Great numbers here. Good. Schlittler's look very, very good. 1.77 ERA. Yankees remain hot here. He's 3-1. Jake DeGrom turned back the clock night here, 2.13 ERA and a 2-0 record right now. Rangers have lost two straight here, back-to-back losses to the A's and to the Yankees last night, 4-2. Judge hit that home run early. A lot of home runs. Actually, yesterday in this game, despite the fact that we know when they get a ton of unders here right now. Texas is 2-10 to the under at home. The Yankees are 6-9 to the under on the road, 11-14 to the under as a favorite here. So, gosh, this one feels like a big time under in this one. I'm going to take the Yankees here right now. They've won 9 of 10. They're 19-10 overall. They beat Texas yesterday. Felt like convincingly. Yankees 11-5 on the road, 17-10 as a favorite. I don't need to get too in depth here. I don't think. I just want to take the Yankees in this game. I think Schlittler deals. I think DeGrom is going to have a strong game too, and I think in the end, the Yankees will win it very similar to what they did yesterday. Yankees have won 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams here. Yankees are just 3-7 their last 10 in Texas, but Texas just 3-6 in their last 9 overall. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Texas has gone under in 15 of their last 18 games at home. You got such good starting pitching here. Be really surprised if it's anything over 4-3. 4-3 or under for sure, I think. But I'm going to take the Yankees as my official play in this one over the Rangers here. I think the strength is with Schlittler over DeGrom. As good as Jake has been here right now, he's doing a good job. But the Yankees streak just too good. Texas actually has the bullpen edge, but I think New York's current form is strong enough here right now. Schlittler also 0.73 ERA. DeGrom 35% K rate. He's looked very, very good. So I think we're going to see just a hardcore pitchers duel. It's going to be hard to think it won't be anything but that in this game. It feels like Murphy looks good in this one, says Pops. And Murphy here also, double Murphy there. Next up, the Cubs are on the road taking on the Padres. Cubs blew it yesterday. Padres took the lead. Cubs came all the way back, took a 5-3 lead, but Padres came back to win it there. Cubs have lost 3 in a row. Here right now, you've got Edwin Cabrera going up against Buehler for the Padres. For Cabrera, he's got a 2.73 ERA and a 1.18 whip. Buehler, 1.82. The whip, 5.74 ERA here in this one. So Buehler's got his work cut out for him in this one. Cabrera's done pretty well here overall. So Cubs, though, with a 3-game losing streak, lost to the Dodgers twice and lost to these Padres. Padres have still won 3 of 4 games coming in. I think we might get more pitching than you might expect here, especially with Cabrera here. Padres have gone under in 7 of their last 10 games overall coming into this one. Padres also here won 9 straight games at home, 14 of their last 17 overall. Cubs have won 10 of 13. They've gone over in 9 of their last 11 on the road here in this one. Let's see what you got in this one between the Cubs and the Padres. Padres have been terrific here of late. Even when they fall behind, they're never out of it, it seems like. So let's go to the chat here in this one, see what the chat pros have to say. San Diego with that strong form, man. Carrera does have better numbers, but the Padres' home form and overall form kind of make this seem like an interesting proposition here at even money or so. Cubs have been going over, but San Diego's head-to-head with Chicago is an under. That feels a little tougher here, but I don't know. I would think that Cabrera is going to have a pretty okay time of it with the Padres. It's just, can Buehler kind of hold these guys off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take the Padres in this one. I can't stop betting on these Padres right now. Give me the Padres here at even money at home in this one. All right, and it's going to be LALB says he took DeGrom 8Ks last night. He might do it again. Last time, not last night. LALB said parlayed him with Glass now, and LALB goes over. All right. Did anybody see my man there last night, Ryan Bass? I tweeted about it there last night. Ryan Bass is a broadcaster for Tampa Bay, and that little girl got that ball stolen from that mean man. But Ryan Bass came in and saved the day. I don't think I can show the article, but everybody was talking about him. I don't think I can show the. I don't know. It's not part of the game, but the guy said hey all Cleveland fan mom here, Cleveland Pops. Did you see it last night? There when that Cleveland fan took that ball from that Cleveland girl, and then she did get the ball eventually there. And Ryan Bass, my guy, Ryan Bass there, but said tried to steal the ball, and then saving the day was Ryan Bass. He came up and gave the ball to that little girl. So that was pretty good. Bass, me and been following Bass, and I've been following. He's a broadcaster for the Rays, but he was a big hero yesterday. I really like that. All right, let's move on here right now. I just want to cover that story because it really was really touched me. Okay, Royals and A's here in this one. Cleveland Pops, you in there? Did you see that? All right, Royals here with Bubic going up against the Athletics and Sabali in this one. Someone has made the Royals a road favorite here against the Athletics, like they haven't been watching what's going on here this season. So we do have some injury news here, possibly in one of the games here right now. Let's see if we can cover this. Okay, Zach Gallen probable for his next start is what we got. Okay, anyway, someone made the Royals a favorite here. Maybe it's going down a little bit right now, but come on. The A's right now, they're playing they're at home. Come on, they're at home here. You got the Royals here, really crummy numbers here right now. Overall, right? I mean, these Royals 11-17. The A's are 15-13. They played just fine at home. You know, the A's at home so far this season are 9-1 to the over at the Sacramento Sutter Health Stadium. Kansas City 3-6 to 3-9 to the under on the road, but that's not this stadium, okay? With Kansas City 10-7 to the over is a favorite. You gotta think we're gonna see some runs here in this one, but I'm gonna take the A's here. But I gotta think we're going back to you know what in Sutter Health Park Stadium in this one. But I'll take the under here with Sabali. I'm sorry, I'll take Sabali here as a dog, another slight underdog, man. I'm on a lot of these short dogs today. Sabali 3.85 ERA 2-1 record. Bubic 4.0 ERA 2-1 record. But just watch out for this one today. I got to think that maybe we see some run production with these two. But let's see what you have in the chat maybe with this one. Kansas City's won 4 of their last 5. They've lost 8 straight on the road. A's have won 12 of 18 coming in. Royals have gone over in 6 straight. A's have gone over in 8 of their last 11, including 5 straight at home. So let's go to the chat and see what you have here in this one. It feels like a mismatch already. I think the A's here, yeah, Kansas City's got a bad bullpen. That's going to help the A's, I think, here as well. So Kansas City's been giving it up. Both bullpens can be leaky here. Let's see what the chat says. Okay, 5-4 game here. Oh, and I think that's the last one. Right, snatched the ball right from him. Cleveland pops. The little girl went down there to get the home run ball. That was when Cleveland hit the home run, and she was about to grab it. And this, 30-something guy with his mom, and holds the ball up. It was just disgusting. And then they even went down to talk to him, said, hey, the little girl was going to get the ball. And he wouldn't budge, and so Ryan Bass saved the day. Robert here is on the over here in this one. Man, we're down to the final game here. Great job by the chat. Great job, everyone here. Don't forget, in just 1 hour, we've got bases loaded, and the guys have their work cut out for them here today. Let's see if they're on a lot of short dogs today. Be interested to hear what the guys have to say on bases loaded here in 1 hour here on the Sports Money Network. Marlins and Dodgers here. Jansen Junk, hasn't been awful, actually. He's been pretty decent. 3.66 ERA, 1-2 record. Shohei Ohtani, hey, he's no Jose Soriano, that's for sure, but already announced that Ohtani will not be hitting today. It looks like this is going to be the case all season long. You just don't want to stress the guy out unless you have to. Once the postseason comes, the Ohtani rule is not in effect, right? Here's the thing, right? If some people are complaining, hey, it's a little bit unfair, Ohtani shouldn't get to hit if he's pitching because of the designated hitter rule, get a batter in there. You don't want to do that. I mean, okay, you're trying to sell the game to the public here. You want to get in the postseason. You want this guy hitting and pitching. If that wasn't the rule, I'd make up a rule so that he could do it. I mean, don't complain about this. Look. I know we don't want the Dodgers. No, I want to say we don't want the Dodgers. I don't want the Dodgers to win, but I understand the game and I understand Shohei Ohtani, and I can still love this guy. He's pretty awesome. But I want to see him hit in this. I want to see him hit in every game. But right now it's been pretty much announced he will not be doing it again this one. So that's all right. It's all right. They'll still probably be better than Miami here in this one. If anything, I thought the price here on the run line for the Dodgers, look, they're -1.5, minus $1.35. Right now for the Dodgers. I mean, I'm doing it. I mean, I'm taking the Dodgers here on the run line. Look, they didn't get it done yesterday, and the chat you can say, hey, worst play in the book, probably in this one, but in this game I don't want to do it. Not with Ohtani. Maybe if one of these other Dodgers started, maybe Yamamoto was in there, although I did take him yesterday and lost too. I take the Dodgers because that way if they win, at least I get paid. The Padres aren't going to catch them. I might as well make some money out of it. But Miami's 2-10 as an underdog, 3-10 on the road. Dodgers 12-4 at home. Dodgers also 15-14 as a run line favorite. That's not a big deal, but Miami is 4-8 as a run line underdog so far. So I am going to go with the Dodgers in this one on the run line. All right. Cleveland pops looking at his Cavs here. And LALB says Sharpie's got his show today as well. Dodgers money line with Ohtani 6Ks and Tucker to get a hit for a parlay for LALB. Tucker had that game winner yesterday. So, all right. I think that does it for the morning Steam show. Great job, you guys. Should be a great day of sports. We've been watching this tennis match here. Tsitsipas actually in the lead here. He may end up getting this one over Casper Ruud here right now. We got some other nice matches today, too. Capriva just lost the first set to Jodar. Man, Jodar's been so hot here. We got the Sabalenka match coming up here in a little while. 3 more matches on the men's side today. We've got also UEFA Champions League today with Bayern Munich and PSG. Man, it's almost a pick-em here in that one. So that's kind of technically it's the sports feature of the day, even probably over if you look at the big picture of sports, right? One of the biggest soccer games of the year here, one of the semifinals of the Champions League. That's a pretty big deal. And that'll go off here today. So thanks a lot, everybody, for joining me here on the show. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do it again. Baseball, basketball, hockey. Have a great time tonight. All right, let me run the commercial, then we'll do the drawing. Let's hear from Mikey Money talking about Winnable.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, let's do the drawing and see who wins 1 month of my plays. And they've been okay here over the last couple. I think they've been pretty good over the last couple of days. Picked it up a little bit, had a little losing streak there at the end of last week and in the weekend. And now it's Cleveland Pops. Cleveland Pops has just won Cleveland Pops. If you want to get the plays here from me, go to winnable.com/Ramon. Use the promo code winner. Never any pressure here for someone like you and part of the family here, basically, in this one. But if you use the promo code winner over at winnable.com, you get 1 month of my sports money premium plays delivered to your device or inbox or however you want to get them. Cleveland Pops. Good to have them over here in the chat today. And want to do that, Cleveland Pops, you would have seen already. I already had some winners here this morning in Chinese basketball. I don't care where those winners come from. I went 2-0 with my Chinese basketball plays here today. Don't forget also when you get that, when you do get that stream, there's some other programming here, but let me see here. If you go over there, let me see if I got it here real quick. I'll share the screen again. But if you do subscribe over there at Winnable with me, I'll deliver it to you every day. This show right here, because I recorded it last night. I'm wearing the same shirt. But Cover the Spread show here, where you get more plays from me every day with this this independent show that I have here, but give out some play. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Cover the Spread here for Tuesday, April 28th. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, and a little bit more programming from me, more picks from me, really, over there at winnable.com. So check that out. All right, thanks a lot, gang. We'll be back tomorrow to do it. Make sure you tune in to the guys here in just a little bit with also one more note here. Today, oh God, I'm so big. I am so big here. One more note here at 4 p.m. Eastern today, 1 Pacific. It'll be VB MMA picks. We'll preview fight card from this weekend. The guys told me it's at 1 a.m. I don't know how we're going to do it. I would imagine we did it before in Australia. I don't know who the guest is today on BB MMA picks, but it is at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific today. We'll preview the main event. Jack Della Maddalena and Carlos Prates, welterweights this week here in Australia. I imagine it'll probably be Aussie Fight Fan. I guess I'm going to say the guest. I don't know who it is, but I'm going to say it's Aussie Fight Fan because we always have Aussie Fight Fan when the fights are in Australia. So, all right. So check that out today as well over there at on the Sports Money Network here. BB MMA Picks today is at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific. Tentatively, I know sometimes we miss our time. We got sometimes we're gonna have a guy in Australia, a guy in Europe, and a guy in Las Vegas. Sometimes the show gets postponed in the last second. Things like that when you got three. What an amazing technology! I wish I was freaking 20 years old again because this is so exciting with all this technology. And I love doing the AI graphics thing too. Don't let AI make your picks. You make the picks, but when it fires up, you can make a graphic. Just all you gotta do is type in what you want, and it'll look all perfect. Pretty well, not perfect. Sometimes you gotta refine it a little bit, but man, this technology. All right. Enough marveling here. I'll get back to you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining me here on the Morning Steam. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.